Welcome everybody. I'm here from EdChanger to present our process webinar. Our mission at EdChanger is to revolutionize education by scaling and sustaining instructional systems. A critical element is our efficient and effective process that includes data, analytics, and high-quality resources to support experiential learning that allows teachers to be agents of their own growth. A quote that represents that idea is, "Repeating is not the same as creating." When teachers are told how to teach from a book, professional learning, consultant, or even coach, it can unintentionally strip away their personality and creativity. Simply repeating instruction isn't the same as creating it, and that distinction matters. Even with a trusted coach to collaborate with, turning feedback into practice takes work and time. It's a constant process of monitoring, analysis, and practice. In the world of a teacher with a packed schedule, time can be sacred. At EdChanger, our process begins with collecting instructional data based on our suggested data points. Here's a quick demonstration of how the games on our app collect data. So again, we're going to be observing in the classroom of Honest Abe, Abraham Lincoln again today, and observing his class routines to see if 80 to 90% of his students are engaging in routines. I'm going to read the instructions that tell me how to play this game. We call them games because they're kind of fun, but really they're monitoring tools, and explains what engaged and disengaged behaviors look like. I'm going to go through the entry routine, and I'm going to collect data on how many students are engaged and disengaged. As you can see, when I'm done, this is going to give me the exact percentage of how many students were engaged and disengaged. And as you may have seen in our approach video, it's going to give me the opportunity to send an email with that data and high quality resources to support growth. But collecting data is only the first step. We pair the games on our app with our resource hub that aims to balance simplicity and elegance for efficient use while being thorough enough in providing strategies for any situation. The intent is that teachers can take that data and the resources that they are sent in the email and choose what refinements they need to make for their students. It allows them to create their own solutions. Here's a demonstration on how to navigate our resource hub. Okay, really quick demo of the EdChanger Hub. The Hub is organized into our 8 practices, a row for each with research and data points in the middle and resources over here on the right. You can see for simplicity and efficiency, all of the resources are structured the same. There's a webinar, that's an 8 to 10 minute description of the practice with first steps for implementation. There's a slideshow that's the content from the webinar with entry and exit tasks, collaborative and independent activities. So that's a lesson plan format to be used for professional learning for teachers. And then each one has this resource framework, which includes a paper monitoring form, deeper resources, those learning links again, a description of the practice, and then this 3-tiered framework that begins with the basic one-page description of the practice and first steps towards implementation. The second tier is our Tier 1 classroom strategies. So these are strategies for all students that you can utilize with an entire class, and a good place to look if data points you in refining your practice. And then last, if there are some individual students who need targeted support, we have this Tier 2 targeted support strategies for each practice. That is a long list of strategies to use with different students. We categorize them into general strategies for all students, strategies for hard-to-reach students, cognitive and behavioral disabilities, trauma-impacted strategies, strategies for students with panic or anxiety disorders. That's just to help you if you know what you're looking for, maybe start here, but any of these strategies could be used with any students who need targeted support or classroom intervention. And then if your data points you to refining, so maybe you're below this 80% mark. Again, that doesn't mean the teaching is bad. It doesn't mean the students are bad, but something needs to change. Maybe, for example, you dive into our activities kit and find some new and engaging activities to get above that 80% mark. There's activities in here for all different types of learners, so you can change your activities to increase engagement. So again, the hub organized in a way that's simple and elegant and easily to access. Thank you so much. This process aims to recognize teachers as the experts of their students and classroom and allow them to create the growth and refinement that best meets their students' needs. This isn't to say coaching and professional learning aren't valuable. This process also aims to offer opportunities to enrich coaching conversations through more objective data and also provide support to teachers who don't have access to instructional coaching consultants or to attend professional learning or conferences. Some ideas to utilize this process are, first, a principal could make a PD plan for the year where you have one staff meeting a month where you're working on instruction. They could reach out to teachers prior to the staff meeting, ask them which practice they want to be monitored on, monitor them, and then at the staff meeting, teachers could just watch a webinar, dive through the resources, and make their own plan. A coach or principal could also lead a microburst, like a 20-minute Tuesdays professional development, where week one, maybe they take one of our lesson plans and teachers collaborate on learning about the practice. Then they're monitored, and then maybe 2 weeks later, they sit around with the same group and simply discuss and reflect what that monitoring showed about their students and how their students responded. The next would be teacher learning walks, would be simply just teachers organizing ways to monitor each other and reflect on what the data shows about their classroom and instruction and what worked and what didn't work with their students. So again, at EdChanger, our motto is systems equals hope because we want to empower teachers to create their own logical next step in any situation. After this, a logical next step may be watching some more of our webinars at edchanger.com, or it may be subscribing and moving to collecting data and looking at our resources relating to community and relationships, or just diving into the EdChanger Hub and choosing what the next logical step is for you. We'd also like to think it provides a glimmer of hope that we at EdChanger are building these systems. At EdChanger, we see teachers as the reason our system is repairable, and we appreciate the work you do for our communities. Let's build something together. Thank you for your time.